Good afternoon, and thank you so much for joining me for this WNCT Now update. I'm Emily Severidge, live in our digital studio. WNCT is providing you with live streamed updates from our website, WNCT.com, every Monday through Friday at 1:30 p.m. and 4 o'clock p.m. to bring you the most up-to-date news before our nightly newscast. WNCT is continuing to track the latest COVID-19 numbers statewide and across the East. Health officials report over 87,500 confirmed positive cases of the virus as of this afternoon. That is an increase of more than 1,800 new cases. There are also 7 new reported deaths and also 30 fewer people in the hospital. The government says 6 employees at the Greenville VA Health Center have tested positive for COVID-19. A VA spokeswoman says the employees are doing well. The employees work together in an office, which has been thoroughly disinfected. The spokeswoman also says that employees at the Greenville VA facility will be tested today. That's up to 300 employees. Managers say they are continuing appointments today, and there are no concerns of patients being exposed. Stay with us. We'll be right back with some more news after this short break.
WNCT 9 on your side is hitting the road.
Living Local is back and coming to a town near you.
We're Living Local on WNCT 9 on your side.
Thanks so much for joining me. If you're just tuning in, I'm Emily Severidge, live in our digital studio, providing you with some early afternoon updates. A federal execution scheduled for today is on hold after a judge's decision. This was to be the government's first federal execution since 2003. Daniel Lee of Oklahoma was scheduled to die by lethal injection this afternoon. Lee was convicted in the 1996 murders of William Mueller and his wife Nancy and their 8-year-old daughter Sarah. The Trump administration is pushing to resume federal executions. The Justice Department is expected to go to a higher court to try to allow the executions to move forward. Critics say the timing is not appropriate with the ongoing pandemic. They believe the push is nothing more than a political stunt before the election. This morning, the victims' family members held a news conference to denounce the executions. Let's take a listen.
Amnesty International opposes the death penalty because it's the ultimate violation of the right to life and the right not to be subjected to cruel, inhuman, and degrading treatment or punishment. Life on our planet has changed. The enormity of this is hard to grasp, but impossible to escape. The disruption runs the gamut from the annoyance of wearing face masks to the tragedy of the staggering number of deaths. Who is not moved by the stories of the heroism of the frontline essential workers? Who is untouched by the isolation of lockdowns? Who is not grateful for the public health professionals, scientists tirelessly working to find cures, vaccines, and provide guidelines to lead us through this crisis? The bottom line is that all of this is done in the name of the sacredness of human life. In the midst of these heroic efforts to save lives came the shocking and violent murder of George Floyd, which ignited years of pent-up rage and anger against the systemic racism that seems to say that Black lives do not matter. Black lives matter. All lives matter because life is sacred and no one has the right to take another person's life. Why then has our federal government prepared to methodically kill 4 U.S. citizens this summer? Possibly beginning today, but maybe not. People and groups opposed to capital punishment, like us, are working to halt these executions. Whether or not we succeed, we must rid our country of this barbaric practice. Thank you.
A Craven County brother and sister were arrested in connection to the death of a missing New Bern woman, and they made their first court appearance today. 30-year-old Spencer disappeared on June 16th. Crews found her remains Friday in a secluded area of Jones County. Elizabeth Spencer was a mother of 2 young children. Officers arrested 35-year-old Leon Mitchell and his 41-year-old sister, Tarabia Parker. Mitchell is charged with murder and is in jail without bond. Parker is charged as an accessory to murder and is held on a $760,000 bond. 9 on your side's Madison Forsey will have more about the case coming up tonight on your news at 5 and 6. Well, that wraps up this WNCT Now update. I'm Emily Severidge, live in our digital studio, and I will have another live update coming up for you at 4 o'clock, so stay tuned for that. Thanks so much for watching.